Okay, done. So far we have completed 5 sessions, right? So first session it's all about introduction. And second session we discussed about what is the meaning of cloud. In third session we have seen how to create the user in the fresh instance. In the fourth session we discussed about what is the purpose of function setup manager, and we have seen how to enable the offerings and options and few relevant points we discussed. In the fifth session we created implementation project, and we have seen how to set the status, how that assignment can be done, right? The same information you could see here. So what is the meaning of Oracle, the Fusion, cloud, financials, and what is the meaning of application? These are the points we discussed. If somebody is very, if there are somebody is attending the sessions from yesterday or today itself, please go through those recording videos which already we have shared or which you are going to get. We discussed about the meaning of Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials applications, and we discussed about what does it mean by cloud computing and what is the difference between on-premise and the cloud. Please go on mute. Please go on mute. Don't unmute. Don't unmute. When you have a question, you can unmute, but while I'm speaking, don't unmute. I'll give the time, just definitely once I explain something, I'll just request for the questions. So whenever I request for the questions, you may unmute and you can ask the questions. If you find the scenario, I'm not asking you to raise your questions. In that case, yes, you can go ahead and you can raise the questions directly without my just note. Then within this cloud computing, what are the different options we have? We discussed SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. Okay. Software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, and we discussed about differences, and we discussed about versions. The latest version in the Fusion is release 13. That's what we are going to use for our classes and for your practice also. And we discussed regarding this landscape of the instance, what instances we use when you work for any client. Ideally, we use test instance and production instance. The testing instance, in short, you can call as just test instance. Production instance, in short, you can say prod instance. The development instance we can call as dev instance, in short. Okay. So ideally we get these two instances from Oracle. If you are going to do this PaaS implementations, you can go for development instance also. For this, Oracle will charge you and you will get only these two. If you need more than these two, you have to pay for that. And we discussed about FSM, Function Setup Manager. And if you create any user, you have to assign minimum these two roles. What purpose also we discussed. Those we may go through the relevant videos so you can get complete information. And within the FSM, what we can do, we discussed, and a few points already we executed in the instance itself as a part of creation. Right, and in the last session, we created implementation project with offerings and options and without offerings and options. Okay, without offerings and options means after creating the project, we added offerings and options. With offerings means during the project creation, how to add the offerings and options we have seen. How we can go to specific task by searching, we discussed. We have seen during the implementation project how system can generate the task list based on the selected offerings and options we have seen. And we discussed few other points like help, what is the meaning of go to task, and status, assignments. These are the points we discussed. Okay, we'll continue from there now. And any questions on whatever we completed so far or any other questions that we'll see in the end of the session. Okay, now we'll navigate to our implementation project. Once we log into the instance, what we have to do, click on username, click on setup and maintenance task. It will take us to FSM page. Now we are in the FSM page. Go to task list, click on manage implementation projects. manage implementation projects. If you want to find out our project which is assigned to our current user, simply you have to click on Overview tab. Just click on Overview. It will display the project whatever we created and assigned to current user. Now you can click on the project name. You could see that hyperlink. Click on the same name. Okay, just click on the project. This is what these all many points we discussed here. And here task means it could be task or task list or offering or option or specific task. Those points already we discussed, right? And we discussed about help. So how to enable and disable the help also we can discuss. Now if you say hide help and if you refresh this page, this help icons cannot be open. If help icons are just displayed, you can click on this, you can navigate to help portal. Those points already we discussed and we have seen in the system also. And go to task means if you want to do any setups against any task list. Okay, any setups you want to do, you can go to task list. There we'll be able to do the setup. With the help of task only, we can do the setups. Task list contains the task. With the task list directly, we cannot do anything. Within the task list, whatever the task we have, we can perform the setups with those tasks only. And selected scope, now we cannot understand. Okay, once we start doing few relevant setups, then only we can understand. And status, we can set the status from here for entire financial. Say you completed financials implementation, you can set the status like so completed or not started, etc., etc. Say you are doing some setups and you just ended up with some errors, you can set the status. Execution frozen means you are giving the message to somebody, I did the setups, you please don't touch anything related to this finance setup. That's how just to pass a message you can put all these statuses. This doesn't have any control, just for information purpose only. So apart from that, we discussed about okay, predecessor task. It's nothing but it talks about dependency setups. Okay, so if you are going to do any setup, if there is any dependency, this column will display that. Say I want to do some accounting configuration. It says to do this accounting configuration, you have to do some setup. What is that? If you click on that, it will display which setup you have to do before you complete that. You have to do the ledger related setups. This and all we'll understand very soon, more detailed level. Now just talking about these columns, just try to remember these points. You don't need to understand here. Once we start on those relevant tasks, we can be good enough. And assign to. Already that point also we have seen in the system. The entire offering or specific option or task list or task can be assigned to team members. In fact, this financials or other things also we assign to specific team members. I'm selecting financials, click on assign tasks. You could see, okay, this entire financials, I think we didn't assign to somebody. Inside we assigned, I guess. Now you can assign to any user. Say financials, I want to assign to one resource. Say one more point here. We assigned entire project to this XYJMC. If you expand these tasks, the tasks you can see those are assigned to XYJMC. Okay. But as an activity, we didn't assign financials of these sections. Okay. So entire financials you can assign to one person or a specific option or task list or task can be assigned. So this is how just you may assign to any user. You can search and assign. Done. You can just set the due dates. Just click on apply and done. Okay. Now you can set the due dates also. This finance setup should be completed by this person by which date. Okay. That information also you can set by using the due date column. Maybe setups need to be completed by 18th. Here you can enable this, assign same due date to all the users. If you select multiple users here, whatever the due date you will provide here, the same will be applicable for all. So that's how it works. The same due date, you just expand wherever the due date is applicable, it will show. Here you could see multiple. Click on this. Multiple users are there. Okay, assignment level, that it is showing like that. So you just place the cursor on multiple, shows what are the which due date is applicable for which user it will show. 1 second, it's not displaying. For the first user, we set due date to complete the setups. For second user, no due date is applicable. And assignment permissions. Okay, just click on this key icon. One second, yeah. Now you can see this task, run users and role synchronization. This task is assigned to two users. Okay, user 1 and user 2. Here clearly you can see the permissions. This first user doesn't have any permissions to complete this setup. But second user got permissions. On what base system is showing? System is verified. To complete this task, whatever the roles access user required, that user got access to those roles or not. XYZNC system is showing XYZNC user will be able to complete this setup. The reason, we assigned application implementation consultant role to this user. For this user, we are not sure about. I think the role is not assigned. If not that role, there are a few other roles also, but seems to no role is assigned. Okay, just simply you can verify when you are assigning some specific setups to some user to complete the configuration, you can verify already that user got the permissions to access to FSM and these relevant tasks, you can verify. Okay. Another important point is authorized roles. To complete these setups, users require access to which roles that you can verify here. Click on details of authorized roles. To complete any setup, which roles are required, it shows. See here. Okay. If not this, I'll take another example. Select any one of the tasks. There is one task called as manage primary ledgers. What does it mean by manage primary ledger? We have enough time to discuss that. Now no need to focus on that. You just look at this as one of the tasks. To complete this task, which roles will support? You just click on authorized roles. Just click on authorized roles. If you have access to any one of this role, anyone, you will be able to perform this task called as manage primary ledgers. But remember one thing, application implementation consultant role will have a permissions to all the setups, but other roles will have a limited privileges for set of tasks. So that's what we have to understand. So this is how you can verify the current task or task list or offering is assigned to which users, whether they have a permissions or not. You can verify by using the assignment permissions, and by using authorized roles, which roles are required for those users to complete those setups, that you can verify. And notes, say you completed, say for example you completed entire financial setups. Here you can keep a note. Click on notes. Okay, just click on notes. There are no notes, that is showing 0, so click on 0. Here you can add the notes. Here we have a different note options: file, text, URL. Okay, you can select file, and you may have some file like some PDF or Word text files. Within that you may write some information and you can attach. Okay, you can attach, you can browse and you can attach the file here, or else what you can do, you can write some text. Okay. So financial setups, say completed, don't do any additional configurations without any information to ABC, Mr. ABC. So this is how just you can put some note. Okay, this is how you can just keep one note, or else you can add the URL here. Okay, so you can, somebody can come and click on that URL, there will be some information. Now you see here there is some note. So by looking at these financials, they can see the status, they can understand. Other side, they can see the notes. Or else say you completed financial setups, all the setups you captured into one document. That document you can attach here. If anybody is going to look at these financials, they can easily understand within the financials which setups are completed. Or else you may not capture all the setups. You may prepare a simple document which setups are completed, which setups are pending. Okay, so certain information you can pass to the team who are going to work on the financials, if it may be manager or consultant, etc., etc. So for that purpose, you can use the notes, and we have a view reports section. Here you can click on view reports. It will generate the reports related to financials. The reports are available in the different formats, and you could see here setup, task, list, and task. You can download this document. If you download this document, it shows the status of within the financials. So what is going on, what we are doing just as a part of project. We selected entire offering level. What is the progress that you could see? Just 1 second, the document will get downloaded. Just wait for a second. That you can generate at any level. Okay, that you can generate at any level except a task. Except task you can generate it. Wait for a second. Yeah, you can say save. Save file. Now here you can see the setups. Wherever it is applicable, we'll see here. See, these are the setups which we have within our project, and you can notice here status not started, owners to whom it is assigned. If any notes are applicable, it will show. So just simply what we could see there, that you can generate as a report and you can submit this to somebody instead of giving access to the instance. If they want to know the status of the setup progress and all, simply you can generate this document and you can share. Reality, this and all we don't follow, just for information or given we are discussing. Okay. So when we get assigned to some application or offering or option, yes, we'll start working on it. And this and all, if really required, you can update, otherwise not required. So these are the points we have to understand here. So now whatever we discussed on those areas, any questions please? Other points, if you are expecting to know something else, yes, we'll discuss, let it be. Whatever we discussed, any questions on that please?
Mr. Lakshman, so you said we can attach some documents there, right?
Correct.
So when we complete the implementation project, can we still go and access those attached documents?
Yeah, any point of time. So this I didn't create at the time of implementation. During the implementation, what setups we are doing, etc. Everything you can capture at this project level. I mean, like offering or option or task list, and you can attach documents. Once implementation is done, client will start using the system, right? They will start entering transactions. When they start entering the transactions, say the consultant is changed. Okay, the project we involved in the implementation, say the consultant is moved to other project. Now new consultant is placed in that, deployed into the project. Now, any information is required, the consultant has to can go through these notes if documents are attached. Otherwise, those can be maintained separately outside of this instance or system. So that's how we can do. And again, when once the client will start using that system, there are many additional setups we have to do depending on their new requirements or as a maintenance activities. So to support all those maintenance activities also, we have to use the same project. Within this project only, we will go and do some setups, additional setups, or you may modify something, or else you may implement new functionalities as per upcoming features what they want to use. So that's how
So,
always we use this implementation project. During the implementation, after implementation, uh, whatever the period client is going to use this application, we need this project.
so you're saying there will be only one implementation project, and if you want to make future changes to the setups, you have to just add the tasks to the same project, or you can create new implementation project.
Yeah, I think on this point we discussed, but we'll focus on these points what you are raising, especially. See, when we do the implementation for one client, we can create one project or multiple projects. Okay, we can create one project or multiple projects. Here, let's say take that. I'm implementing for one client called as XYZ Agency. Now, how many projects we have to create? You can create a number of, but what is the best practice we follow? One project. Okay, one project for one country. If you are doing the implementation for 10 countries, create 10 projects. Country wise, you can create the project. Why we have to create the country wise? Why can't we do all these setups with a single project? Yes, you can do the single project, and you can create single project, and you can do setups for multiple countries by using this project. Here, remember, project means setup part only. Don't compare with the real project execution management or project management when you by looking at implementation project term. Here doesn't falls under entire project management or project execution management. It just falls under the implementation project, means it is just limited to setups what we are discussing now in the system. So you can create one project and you can do the setups for maybe 10 countries with the same project. Yes, still it supports, but there will be big mess. It will create a lot of confusion. It will allow the consultants to commit with the many mistakes. What exactly those I will show once we start doing the setups. So that is reason to make it everything more clear and very smooth configuration and maintenance. We always create separate project for each and every country for the client. Or else I can say you are implementing for only one client. You are implementing say financials, you are implementing SCM, supply chain management, you are implementing procurement, you are implementing PPM. So you may implement one offering or 10 offerings. The best practice is all offerings you can select into same project which you created for that specific country. Say if you say no, I want to create separate project for each offering, yes, you can create. Okay, you can create one project only for financials, uh, create one project for only SCM, create one project for PRC, create one project for PPM. You can create. Ultimately, what you can achieve, you can do the setups. Say you have one big room. If you want to have a 10 doors for that room, you can make it. Ultimately, with the doors, what you can do, you can take an entry into that room. For entry, not required. All those are not required. Okay. So once we enter into that room, if door is locked, we will still will remain in the same room. The same way, by using this project, you can do the setups. Once you complete the setups, even project is deleted, your setups will remain in the instance in the particular database. Okay. Project will allow us to do the setups. Okay. It will provide some user interface, some page access, some functionality access. If you create the project with the help of project, you can find the tasks and you can do the setups. After creating the project, if you remove the project, nothing goes wrong. Nothing goes wrong. Your setups, what you did, those will be there. You can remove the project. Removing the project means what are the navigations you are using through that project that you are removing. You may create one more project again. You can go to that setup. That is possible. Okay, this will allow us to navigate those pages. For that, we are facilitating that navigations with a concept called as a project to perform the setups. So as a best practice, what we do is for every country, we'll create the separate project. When you create separate project, you may implement one offering or multiple offering, all we include in the same project. Okay, so that when you do the setups, things will become very easy. And when we want to move the setups, here we discuss, but that we have a time to see reality, configuration packages. To move the setups from one instance to another instance, you can use this. If you have a multiple offerings in the single project, so this process will go very smooth. Otherwise, wherever we have some dependencies, etc., things will get failed during that process. So that is.
So, Mr. Lakshman, sorry to stop you. I don't want to forget my question. So the thing is, when you okay, let's say I finished my I completed my implementation project and I deleted, my setups are there and users are using the transactions. Now the new consultant came and he just created a new implementation project.
Yep.
Yeah, he created a new implementation project, and then and he's trying to do the same setups again. Will it warn him saying that this setup you cannot change because it's already in use? Will it stop, or will it let them change while actually?
I got your question. Say for example, something we have to create in the instance that is primary ledger. If you are not aware of what is a primary ledger, no worries. I'm just taking for example. We will discuss and we'll create. Say we want to create primary ledger in the system. As you mentioned, one consultant is created primary ledger and he left from the project. New consultant came. The new consultant responsibility is the consultant should know what is completed, what is not yet completed. There should be KT. Or else no KT, no knowledge transfer happened, but the consultant should verify and check. When we create something, ideally we follow some naming conventions and all for every project. Based on that, when they go and try to create the same again, the duplications are not allowed in the instance. So if they change the name and if they create instead of ABCD, they may create the name as ABCD primary ledger. There may be already ABC primary ledger in the system. That never happens. When you talk about like implementation and all, it's not a transaction creation where users can play with some mistakes and all. The consultant should be expert and good enough to understand how to do this configuration. Before doing the configuration, what are the information they have to get and what information they have to check within the instance if the person is going to enter into the project in the mid of this process. So we no need to expect those things. Yes, if you take that example, so the same name system won't allow, but blindly nobody is going to do these sort of activities as a consultant, as a business users. The employees can do who are working for the client as a consultant, like as we will work as a consultants once we complete this course, once we get the job. So we never do that, but system will allow if you change the name with the same name, it won't allow, but it's a one-time thing. So what setups we do mostly one time we have to do in every instance through one project or multiple projects in the same instance. There will be checking. We'll check and we'll confirm, then only we'll take action. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Any other question?
Yeah, Lakshman, good morning. I mean, related to the previous question. So once, I mean, any item is deleted, for example, in this case, application is deleted, can we bring it back?
Can you repeat what is deleted?
Once the created application is deleted.
One second. There is no concept of deleting the application project.
Yeah, sorry, project. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, project. Once it is, I mean, deleted, can we bring it back?
Nothing. Just we cannot. We cannot do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there any way like you can see all the deleted items let us say user created is deleted, and again a project is
In the
created and
backend, you can
deleted.
write a query. You can write a SQL query
Okay.
in which tables the items are stored. I mean, relevant. Say if you talk about projects information will be stored in the specific table. If you can go into query by writing SQL query, you can find out the list of projects which are deleted, by whom it is created, who updated, who deleted. All this information we can get, but reality not required. See, I'll create one project, edit setups. By mistake, somebody deleted. I don't need to worry about it. Nobody is deleting my setups. Just deleted the framework of the project, which allows me to do the setups in 1 second. In one less than 1 minute, I can create project again and I can continue with the remaining setups. Yeah. So that is a positive.
Yeah, one more question. One more question. You said, I mean, once the project, the setup can be configured, right? A setup can be replicated or can be transferred to the another project, right? That is what you are saying, the configuration.
Not project instance. Setup.
Yeah, project.
Transferred from one instance to another instance. When you say one instance,
Okay.
the setups which you have in one project can be transferred to another instance. That's all.
Yeah, even that case also, deleted ones cannot be configured, cannot be used in that, right?
Can be transferred. How that is, I'll be taking you through in the classes. Possible.
Okay, thanks.
There'll be mapping.
Mr. Lakshman.
With the old project, whatever
Lakshman.
those you can map with the new project. That's how system will understand and it will move the setups to different instance. Possible.
Yeah, exactly. My question is, even for the deleted projects configuration also can be transferred?
That's what I'm saying. See, I'll create ABC project. In this, I did setup like X, Y, Z. These setups I did. Okay. So this is in one instance. Instance 1. We have instance 2. Now I can transfer this ABC project. These are all setups. If I want to move to instance 2, I have to copy this project from this instance to this instance to transfer setups. These setups are done. Okay. Somebody removed this project. Now what I will do is I'll create X project. Say I completed, I'll take different example, 2, 3. So in this first project, I completed many setups. You take the same example, I completed 15 setups. But out of 15, there will be specific setups which you have to map with this XYZ project. From this, okay, maybe 2, okay, 1 and maybe 7. These 2 setups I will map with the X project. Sorry. Okay, these 2 I'll map with the X project because these 2 setups can understand the relevant setups and the associated setups. Now I'll map 1 and 7. All I know need to map. Why and how I'll explain when we are working on it. Okay, the key setups I'll map with this new project. Now if I move this XYZ project to other instance with this 1 and 7 setups, all associated setups. That means in your first project, what are the setups we did, all will be moved. That's it. Yeah, if you don't understand, leave it. We have time to discuss about it. I'll show in the system.
Okay, thank you.
That is,
Mr. Lakshman, one more question.
That is not the right time since you have a question. We are trying to understand. Done. Any other questions, please?
Mr. Lakshman, one more question.
Yep.
Suppose a client wants to go for all the offerings like HCM, financials, HCM, project management.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
So he has to go in phased manner. In that case, he will create one project in the beginning for the HCM. Later on, can he go on adding the offerings to the same project?
Yeah. That point clearly we discussed in our classes. I shown in the system also. I think maybe you might have missed that session. Yes. So at any point of time, you can add the offerings or options or task list or specific task into project. That is possible.
Okay. Yeah. In that case, there is no need to create multiple projects. With one project, we can manage the entire things.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Lakshman.
Yeah.
So in reality, the companies may delete the project after implementing this setup?
Never. They don't delete it.
Oh.
Because they need it for maintenance activities.
Okay. Why? Because where I'm understanding, we are creating the users and we are assigning the users while creating the implementation project. So if I remove that project from the system itself directly, so there is no meaning to assign the users there directly, right?
So what happens is just that is information during the implementation only will be useful. Later, if that information is going to be in the project, it is something like we can refer who did this implementation, who took the responsibility of implementing financials. For that purpose, you can just look at that and you can understand. And you don't need to delete anything. No assignments, you don't need to delete. Once implementation is done, you can update the status as completed. So you completed all the setups. If you are not interested to update the status as completed, nothing goes wrong. So you can updated status as completed, but still the other person can go and do the setups. That is just for information.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Okay, no questions seems to. Fine. So here we discussed about this assignments, due dates, update the status of the work. Already we have seen how to update the status against the project. Like here multiple statuses we have for this. Okay. So this is a note and all we have for entire financials in progress. Okay, etc. You can set all the statuses and you can update the status. Another point is you can track the progress of the project. How we can track? How we can track the progress of the project? It's very simple. So what you can do is we are at project. Here, if you run the report, you can understand. You can understand what is the status, what are the assignments, what are the due dates, etc. You can understand from the report, or else directly if you want to understand from the instance, yes, by going through this project, you can get to know each and everything. Done. Now, my requirement is, without looking into these details, very detailed level, I want to see the complete information. Okay. I mean, total how many projects we have, etc. Everything we want to understand. Okay. So in that case, from here we can understand. I think the statuses, etc. we changed. I'll just once again I'll update. So to understand that point, so for entire project I updated status as in progress. Now we'll go and update the status. Say this is a payables, right? Define invoicing and payment configuration means payables. Say we completed payable setups. It's very important. Here I'm marking the status as completed. Completed means just setups completion. Don't think implementation is completed. Say save and close. Just we completed payable setups. So in the same way, the receivable setups also completed. Okay, just receivable setups completed. So take another option called as fixed assets or any other option. Here we have fixed assets. Here we can select. This is not started. Okay. When you talk about financials and overall like financials in progress, but fixed assets not started. This is how when you are working on these setups and all, we can update the status. Done. Now say done. Now you can see the progress. You can see here. So assignment status. So this week these many setups need to be completed. Okay, we set the due dates, right? Accordingly it is displayed. So 273 task due date is this week. The pop-up message you can see. And here the colors are representing based on that. See, color is in the yellow color. That means that setups are completed. In green means in progress. The blue means not started. Now, the next week, these many setups need to be completed. Okay, that's how we have a due date. But out of that, how many completed? 389 setups are completed. Reality, did we complete that? No. Just we update the status as a completed. That's how system is counting. So for around 503 tasks, status is in progress. And 46 tasks status is not started. And in the same way here also, here 389 completed and 503 in progress and 46 not started. But for these all the tasks, we don't have any due date. We didn't set due date to all the tasks. For few tasks only we set, those are these. Remaining this. So the due dates are nothing. So here also you can see with a graphical representation in overall setups. Here you can see first all this here you can see 2149 tasks. Out of that 49% setups are completed. Reality we didn't do that, we just updated to understand these points. And 4% setups are not started. Those are 92 in number. And 47 setups, okay, in progress. Okay, 47% setups are in progress. So this is how you can see the information here. And here let's go with this option called as assignment status by task list. Here you can say based on the task list, or you can say option wise. Okay, here you can say define fixed assets configuration. For fixed assets, 92 tasks are there not yet started. Receivables, 819 completed. Other areas just in progress. Here payables completed 232 tasks. Just we updated status. This is how we can see. You can click on this and you can see what tasks are the system is referring. You can click on this yellow color. Okay, just click on this yellow color. It will take us to those tasks. Again, within the payables, this is how we have a subfolders. Okay, if you want to see define payables means 50 tasks we have. What are those? You can check. Again, these are reclassified. Again, you can click on define payables options. So this is how it is showing. Very minute level it is not showing. Up to that it is showing. The complete tasks are 4. If you click on this, okay, the last level task it is not showing. So up to task list it is showing. So this is how just you can verify. And even you can go to assignment status also. Here also you can click on this. You want to see next week we have to complete all these setups, but these are completed, these are in progress. Which setups are not started? 46. What are those? If you want to understand, click on that. Okay, this system is listing out what are those. These are the setups need to be complete in the next week, but not at start. Okay, in the same way, you can go to resource status. Okay, go to resource status, and here you can find out. So, who are the resource working for this project? Only 2 resources. On this resource name, on this team member name, 549 tasks are assigned. On this resource name, 549 tasks are assigned. And here, this week, okay, so this week, what setups, how many we have to complete, and past due, how many tasks we have, no tasks we have as a past due. In the next week, how many setups we have to complete, who has to complete, and what is the current status of the same task you can see here. In 3 weeks, how many setups need to be completed. Okay, this and all you can just check here. This you can say the progress of project you can understand. Assignment details, which task is assigned to whom, you can see all those. Okay, here also you can filter based on the due dates and based on the task. You want to see all irrespective of status, or you want to see only completed tasks. Okay, these are the completed tasks. Now you want to see setups completed but ended with errors. You can update the status. You can update the status same. If you select this, it will display. If anything is there with that status, it will display. Nothing we have. We didn't update such kind of status to our project related setups. All means irrespective of status, it will display all the tasks here. What are the number you could see. Okay, reality we don't need to do these many setups. Okay, so to run that application and to implement certain features, we have to do very limited setups only. So no, don't worry by seeing this number. So this is what we have to understand about this project related information, and we'll go through a few other details also. Say for example, here you can search for our project, or you can click on overview. Say XYZ. Open this. Click on project name. Okay, you have a freeze option here. Okay, freeze option. That means the screen up to this section you can freeze, and you can make a one more copy. That is nothing but detach. Once it is freezed, then only the below section you can detach. You can create one more copy. See, click on detach. Additional copy it is created. I'm closing this. This is how, that is the meaning of freeze and all. Okay, these are actions and all what you have seen, like you can select, okay, and add. That already we have option here. Remove directly, you can click on this by selecting something, it will be removed, or else here you can select, you can say remove. Assign task, edit, reorder. You want to change the order. Now this is getting displayed here. This order you want to change, that you want to move to below or above, etc., etc. Already is there above, so you can say move below task. This section will be moved under this. Check here, now that will be in the second position for display. Earlier this is before this, now it came after this. After this it came. This is just order. You may change if you want to change with some reason. So this is what we have to understand about the project creation. Any questions on this, please? Okay. In tomorrow's session, what we'll do is we will discuss separate concepts, and we will start working on it. Now again, just for maybe 20 minutes, again introducing and stopping in the middle, it won't be good. So that we pick that topic in tomorrow's session, we'll do that. So now we are going to stop the session. If you have any questions, you can stay back. Maybe 10 minutes or 30 minutes, 1 hour. I'm just from my side, I'm ready for discussions. If you have any questions, any sort of questions related to this course or whatever we discussed so far, we can discuss now. But if you have questions totally different, maybe related to this course, or you want to ask related to this course, which is a little advanced, which is a early, you want to ask those sort of questions, you may ask after other participants' questions. That is my request. Yeah, please go ahead. We're done for today. If you have any questions, or if you want to involve in the discussions, you can stay back, or else you can drop from the meeting. Thank you all. Have a good day and good night. See you tomorrow, same time. Now we'll just get into the questions.
Mr. Lakshman,
Hello, Lakshman.
I have a question.
Please.
Yeah, you in the graphical representation that you have demonstrated with the bar diagrams and pie chart, can we change the colors?
No, the colors Oracle is just putting as a default colors. We cannot.
Default colors. Is there any way to change the colors?
No. See, those got a meaning, right? When you just see the traffic signals, colors, and all, it got some meaning, right?
I know that, but these colors are not representing the. These colors are not representing the in reality.
See,
work in progress should always be in a blue color.
Frozen. That means you should not touch. Okay. Maybe if you say completed with error, maybe it should be displayed with more dark red color. I agree with you. Yeah.
Yes.
So
progress and also work in progress should always be represented with a blue color.
Correct.
Completed task should be in green color.
Unfortunately, they choose these colors. I don't know the reason.
No, that's what I'm telling.
Yeah.
Is there any chance for us to change?
No, we don't have option. Let's hope.
Get start and go, right? Get start and go. Yes.
Yeah.
Lakshman.
Yeah, please.
So when I see coming to this XYZ implementation project, the XYZ INC user is assigned with this. So when I check this one, the assigned tasks are showing 2149. It's a figure. So the same way, I created one user and I created one project and I assigned the same, like how you did, and I also did the same way. Okay. But the tasks are showing only 981 in my system. So where I should miss it out? Just wanted to check with you.
In the same instance or a different instance?
Same instance, which you have provided to me.
Okay, let me check. But you will get all the tasks. Sometimes maybe some display issue, or else maybe for your testing purpose, you might have removed certain part, etc.
No, I didn't touch anything.
Okay, one second. I'm going to check right away.
Thank you.
Thanks. Meantime, any questions from anyone, please?
Lakshman, one small question. What is that detach? I couldn't understand when you explained it. No, can you please repeat?
Just making a copy of what you are able to see here. See, this is a freeze, right? That means this section, whatever I selected, what you see in the blue color, that area is freezed. Okay. Now that part only I want to create one more copy. Once it is freezed, then only I can detach. Click on detach. Only that part is separated. You can see here. One more copy it is creating. Now it's as it is. This part.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the use of it?
One more copy. Maybe to compare with something or to search. See, simply. And here I searched for something that is getting displayed. I don't want to search for one more task. Now I will detach it. Here I'll search for that. I'll complete, I'll compare, I'll verify, then I'll close it, I'll proceed with my task, what are already displayed over there. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Yeah, Lakshman, one question.
Please.
Actually, I subscribed to the videos just yesterday. So when can I expect to get the downloadable ones, the previous ones, so that I can view them and continue the
yeah, maybe I think for only 4 or 5 guys only that is pending. After completing this session, just only in 10 minutes you will get it.
Okay, and the instant access also will get, right?
Yeah, you will get instance access, you will get current batch videos and previous batch complete videos also. All are downloadable. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, hi Lakshman. Couple
Please.
of questions.
Please.
Yeah, already you covered. Please tell your team to provide drive one instance access for me as well. This is the first thing.
Okay.
And the other one is the same instance which you are using and participants also will use. Is it the same instance, Lakshman?
Correct. Same instance.
Okay. And also, what is the ideal browser to use that? Is it IE, Chrome, or browser, suggestible browser for practicing?
Mozilla is a compatible browser. Okay. But sometimes, okay, very rare cases, if some function is not working in Mozilla browser also, it's 100%, it's max 99% compatible browser, no doubt in that. If you come across with this case where some activity you are not able to perform, browser is not responding when you click on that, in that case you can switch to Chrome or Internet Explorer. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So better most of the times we'll use
by default use
Mozilla.
By default.
Yeah, got it.
Yes, it runs.
And okay. And the final thing is, Lakshman, is the actual configurations will start from tomorrow onwards. Just you said while winding up of the session, right? You said like that. I didn't get that point, so that's why I'm asking.
No, sorry. Can you please repeat?
So before winding up the class, what you told is so actual configurations will start from tomorrow. So like that, you ended up with the session, right? What does that mean?
No, not actual configuration. I mentioned that tomorrow we'll discuss new topic. Today we have and last session, current session, mostly we are talking about implementation project creation and relevant points. In tomorrow's session, we will pick some new topic and we'll discuss. If time permits, accordingly we'll work on the system. That's what I said.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Here I'm going to assign. So this financials also I want to assign to same user, or it could be different user. I think you can select. Done. Any other questions meantime, please?
Hi Lakshman. Can we restrict the visibility of the project to our fellow colleagues who are using this instance? Like suppose I created one project, but I want it to be accessible only to me, or is it like once we create a project, it will be accessible to all the users who have application implementation consultant?
When you say it's you want to give permission to you only, means who are you? Are you a business user or are you a consultant?
Consultant. Suppose I created one project, but I don't want some fellow consultants who also have application implementation.
Simple. Answer is simple.
Project.
Answer is simple. See, project can be created within the FSM environment. Who got access to FSM? Everyone can see whether they are part of that project or project is assigned to them, or at least offering or options are assigned to them. Irrespective of these points, everyone can access.
Okay. So there is no role or anything or any.
No restriction. Are you from EBS or some fresher, etc.?
Yeah, I am from EBS background. The reason I was asking.
No, one second. Then it will be easy for me to answer your question. So in EBS, as a consultant, say you will get access to system administrator responsibility, right?
Yes.
Can you restrict somebody not to do any specific setups when you have access to application system administrator responsibility? Can you restrict?
No, we cannot.
Same here. Because if they have access to system administrator, they can access all the users. They can just access all the users, means they can do anything. If they don't have access to some user, they can reset the password, they can create the new responsibility, they can assign whatever they want, they can do. The same is applicable here. However, system administrator access will provide full permissions to any other person who got access to that. In the same way, this FSM also will do the same.
Okay.
Here we cannot set some restrictions, right? So-and-so responsible should not be accessed by so-and-so person. No.
Yeah.
If you do
I was asking for this is,
they can take one more responsibility, they can play with that, right?
Yeah, the reason I was asking for that is because
one second. Reason could be anything. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, right, but you cannot do that.
Anything. Okay, that is the point.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And here somebody asked, yes, it is showing 998, maybe some kind of display issue, but we'll have all the tasks. Whatever required, we'll have all the tasks. You don't need to worry about the number.
Okay, Lakshman. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Any other questions?
Lakshman, adding to the earlier question, I also didn't receive any details and shared drive access from you.
Yeah, that's what.
My name is Gone.
For 4 or 5 members, it is pending. I'll do immediately after this session. Yeah.
Thank you, Lakshman.
Thank you. Any questions, please?
Hello. Yeah, Lakshman. I subscribed since August, and Saida texted me. He said I can join the class from today. So I joined the first class today. Okay. The previous sessions, whatever you did, I couldn't attend that because I didn't have the information.
Okay.
Now the second, I think every day you have the class, right? Weekdays?
Yeah, weekdays, Monday to Friday, as per Indian calendar. If you are all Sunday to Friday.
Yeah, Sunday to Friday. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the second, I had initially when I subscribed, I got a dump. So is that dump is useful, or you will be providing the previous ones I missed?
You are talking about certification dumps, right?
No, I'm talking about the class. As I said, this is my first class today. Okay. The previous sessions I didn't made it.
You will get the dump means you will get the complete questions. Complete videos of the previous batch, and you will get the current batch videos also. Okay, and
I guess what you summarized initially, I guess I didn't miss much, but tomorrow onwards I'll be continually attending. So approximately how much time it will take?
See, you have to play each and every video. 5 videos you could see till yesterday, till last session. So 5 videos in the sense mostly like 5, around 7 hours, I guess.
Okay.
To complete session so that you easily connect.
Yeah, that'll be that's the reason I wanted to attend the live, so I can get today.
6 to 7 hours just to how to play those videos.
Yeah, if you should I contact Saida, or you will able to send? This is Neil Party.
I'll get hope I got already information from Saida how to check email. Okay, take the action. So I'll share all those details to you. And
one more question, Lakshman. I'm having around from EBS background. I'm trying to get into cloud project in January, so I guess I'll be able to. Yeah, I'm not confident. That's the reason I took your class.
For you, it will become easy. See, what we do in EBS, how to do in the Fusion, you are going to see. Don't think you are going to learn great things, frankly speaking. How you can.
Yeah, I know.
How to do it.
But the look and feel will be better.
Yeah, it's like a movie for you watching. That's all. No action.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so and the last one, I get your mails for the different instances. You are providing multiple instances for us, or just one instance?
One instance only.
Enough for us. Refresh every week.
Yeah, one would be enough for us. Okay, so I'll share one instance. At any point of time, if there is any issue with that instance, I'll share the alternative instance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi Lakshman.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, please.
Yeah, I just would like to know, I would like to let you know my name as well under the list of those who haven't received the
I'll do.
drive
I'll do
access.
it. If somebody is there in that list, please don't mind. I'm going to send to everyone.
Okay, fine, Lakshman, no worries. Just I would like to know that. Thank you so much.
Sure, I'll do that. Thank you.
Mr. Lakshman, okay.
Please.
No, go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. Hey, so I'm still getting emails from Satish. I'm not directly getting emails from you. I'm hoping I will get emails from you directly about the sessions and everything going forward. Is that right?
From next session, I'll take it off. Maybe you might have subscribed before starting this batch. That is the reason
Correct.
you might be receiving.
I mean, I subscribed like 3 or 4 weeks ago, but but
from next session you will get from my side only.
And also, I know you had been saying that you still haven't given the access for the Google Drive for the current sessions. I think I'm also hoping my name will be there, but I'll check with you tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Tomorrow you'll get meeting link from my end, and I'll complete that activity also. Who subscribed this course before starting this batch? Yes, I'm going to share the current batch drive access to all of them. Yeah, we'll do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
So Lakshman, I just had a question. I had a query. So you mentioned that people who have already been doing EBS Fusion becomes easier for them. So how the versions have been different so far? If you can help me understand.
How the
versions have been different. What's the difference in EBS and Fusion? And just trying to understand for the future versions that are going to come up for Oracle.
Before I answer, I want to understand your profile. Like, are you EBS consultant or technical, functional, finance, etc.? What exactly?
I am just a fresher, so it's just
then forget about
a little. Yeah.
Then forget to no useful
okay.
information we'll get for this question. Okay.
All right.
Just you are going to learn Fusion applications. That is the latest release. That is release 13. Okay. How to find out that in the instance? Anyway, I'll show that point also. Those points.
Okay.
I think if you are new, maybe we discussed in the one of the session. Okay, the older versions before Fusion, we have release 12, and before release 12 we have 11i versions. So this is completely outdated. Only very big clients Oracle still supporting. Release 12, there are many clients, more than Fusion. Oracle has a R12 clients. And now upcoming almost all the projects are on Fusion applications. This is what we have.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Fine. Yeah. Any questions? When seems to no questions, then that's all for today. We'll connect tomorrow same time, and we'll pick next topic and we'll proceed. Thank you all. Have a good day and good night.